Hi guys, Angie Bell with Herbally Hip Tarot. How's my Herbally Hip tribe doing out there? How you guys doing? Okay. This is for entertainment purposes only, and everything we say here is allegedly. Okay, you guys, today is soul contract day. I did a soul contract on what Kamala's soul contract was and Biden's. And now I'm gonna do in this one, I'm gonna do my own soul contract and the US's soul contract. Let's do myself first. I'm just very interested. I just did, what did I do the other day? What did I do about myself? Oh, my past life. That was interesting, too. So, Spirit, if you could tell me everything you can tell me about my soul life contract. Okay. Spirit, tell me everything you can about my own soul life contract. What I agreed to before I was brought here to this planet. Okay. And I'm still using What Lies Beneath. Because I asked my my pendulum, my spirit guides, which cards I should use. We went through quite a few of my cards. A couple packs of my cards, and it said What Lies Beneath. So I'm like, okay. Alright, this is about myself. What the hell does this mean? Game over. But there's a heart there. Oh, I know what this means. I was married before. And see that heart there? Game over. That was my first marriage. It's that red heart there with a crack in it. It's interesting how these cards. So I can let you know what cards, things like this have already happened to me in my life, and then maybe I can figure out what my contract is for the rest of my life too. So, oh Lord. Putting on a show. What's funny is I used to want to be an actress my whole life. But by the time I got to high school, I didn't want to do it anymore. But I've always been like, I've always done stuff. Like I was a dancer. So all through high school, I danced. Through college, I danced. I was in dance companies, performed, all of that. So, and then I guess you're kind of putting on a show a little bit when you do YouTube and you're making videos. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that is me. I guess I made that contract. Already knowing the tea. Huh? Already knowing the tea. What does that mean? Did I come here with some knowledge of something? I don't know. All right, we'll let that one go. Toxic. That I was going to come here and deal with some toxic stuff. And that's true. I have. In my family, there's been narcissism, sociopathic people I've dealt with. And yeah. So my soul contract, I agreed to deal with some toxic stuff. Setting the record straight. Huh. Setting the record straight. I think this has to do with, I'm gonna get a little personal here. I think this has to deal with, in my family, in some of my relationships, I've dealt with psychopaths and narcissists. And so I've had to deal with that, and I had to study about it. So this is setting the record straight. And I think it was basically setting the record straight for myself, so that I didn't deal with any more psychopaths or narcissists. And this right here has to go with this. They don't hold back on these words in this. Knowing they effed up. So when I dealt with these psychopaths and narcissists in my family, knowing they effed up. And which was, all of this was me discovering these narcissists and these psychopaths in my family, and knowing that they effed up and that I needed to let them go. So yeah, this, yeah. Okay, I got burning evidence. What does this burning evidence have to do with anything? All right, we'll let that go for now. Interesting. This is crazy. Okay, fighting for what you love, claiming what's yours. Love is a battlefield. Fighting for what you love. Love is about, and you know what? This may be what I'm doing right now. It's kind of what I've done my whole life, fighting for what I love. But right now, and sometimes in my family, I fought for what I loved, and because I was dealing with a lot of narcissism and sociopaths, you're on a wheel that just goes around and around and around and around and around. So to fight for that is nonsense. You just need to jump off. But this thing I'm doing now, where I'm fighting for Kamala and for our country to be right, for her to be president, for our country to like see itself for its wrongs and turn them right. I think that's what this is representing. That I was that's part of my soul contract. The work I'm doing right now is a part of my soul contract. Fighting for what you love. Private relationship. So I did come here. That's part of my contract to find my soulmate, which the second time around I did. Envy. What is on her face? Hopefully those aren't, oh no, it's a leaf. I'm like, hopefully those aren't bugs. Ugh. Envy. What does that have to do with anything? Are those bugs? Ugh. Maybe they're just leaves. I think they're leaves and little flowers. See the little flowers right there? Okay, anyway. Envy. What does that have to do with anything? I would envy others? I really don't understand this one. Okay, so I don't know what already knowing the team is, and I don't know what the envy is. So, let's clarify those. And a lot of times I go through and I summarize, but I've been summarizing the whole time, so I won't go back through all the cards again. And this game over, I came here to experience that marriage of 15 years. That was part of my soul contract, even though it ended in a disaster. I came here to experience that, and I learned a lot. So, let me shuffle these cards like 3 times. And see if I can do what envy is and already knowing the T. See if we can't clarify those, because I don't know what the heck that is. in a way, I feel already knowing the tea is I just now discovered and started accepting that I'm an empath and that I have some psychic abilities. I just discovered that about myself. So is that already knowing the tea? But see, I'm not sure. So let's clear. I'm pulling 2 clarifiers. Oh, geez. Okay. So already knowing the tea, tired. Okay, already knowing the tea, tired of the drama. Okay, well, like I said, already knowing the tea, I think that might be some, just saying that I did come here in my contract for my soul, part of my soul contract was to come here and to discover that I am an empath and I do have some psychic abilities, which I didn't discover until, or even, I guess I always knew that I was an empath, but I didn't accept it until a few months ago. And the psychic thing being, I'm not saying I'm a full-on psychic, but I have some psychic abilities, because I get these downloads and stuff, which is just amazing to me. Maybe that's this, already knowing the tea, okay? And this one, so I think I knew this. I don't really think I needed to clarify, but tired of the drama. This is part of my contract too, to try to stay out of the drama. Believe me, I've had plenty of drama in my life, but I hate it. It's really not a natural thing for me. I really hate drama. Now, I'm not sure what these two have to do with each other, so maybe this is something going to be in my future. Envy and tantric sex. And remember, the tantric sex is not about the act itself and what happens after the act or at the end of the act. It's about healing through the feelings of that. So I'm not really sure about that. Okay. So interesting. So interesting. Okay. Next, we're going to do what's the soul contract for the U.S. This will be interesting. What I think has been interesting so far is like so much of the stuff that have been in people's soul contracts. We can see in their life already how they've been living. And then a few extra little things. We're like, oh. 1, 2, 3. What is the U.S.'s soul contract? Spirit, what is the U.S.'s soul contract? Okay, we'll split them in 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, fulfilling a fantasy. Okay, so part of this is to fulfill a fantasy. Okay, now this is going to be really out there. What the whole United States, like what this country being created, I guess. What was the whole, what was its soul contract? Okay. We get this one. Outdated, expired, discarded, old news. Outdated, expired, disused, old news, and discarded. Okay, I can tell you what came up for me for this. America's original sins. And I don't say there's one sin. There's sins, okay? First, with the natives. Second, with enslaving black people. Also, when they put the Asians in those camps. And there have been other things too, other major catastrophes. And they were all a part of the soul contract. That's one hell of a soul contract. That's all I have to say. Because all of that I just said describes outdated, expired, disused, old news, discarded. Why in every reading do we keep getting bugaboo for almost every reading? Causing fear or worry. And this country has caused fear and caused worry. And it's part of the soul contract to do so. Crazy. Like we're going through it right now. And through history, this it's been the contract to cause fear and worry. And this country has done that. Caution. And what I'm getting, I'm looking at what I'm looking at is the long road. See the long road? Like it's a long road. Like putting this together, this country together, is going to be a long road. So that's what I got with that one. Interesting. Remember I told you the original sins? Look at that, running away. Because, and the reason I'm saying this, okay, we've had original sins, and we have run away a lot of times from what this country was based on, right? We never lived up to the promises, how they always say we never lived up to the promises of America. We've done a lot of running away. The original sins is running away from what we originally said we wanted this country to be about, right? Promiscuous. Sleeps around a hot free-for-all. Sleeps with your man. Our country is very promiscuous. Okay, that's what I'm just going to say about that. So people being promiscuous was part of the contract. Total drama and action. How much drama and action has there been in the U.S. history? And I'm sure still to come. So like this whole thing right now, I mean, there's been plenty of drama and stuff, but the stuff we're going right now is nothing but drama and action. We're going on with this stealing of the presidency and the Orange Menace for the last 10 years. Yeah. So it's letting us know this total drama that we're going through right now, it was part of the contract. And there's been lots of other drama too. That was all part of the contract too. But I'm just going to talk about the drama we're going through right now. Dang. Situation's about to explode. Look at that. And it says, SH is about to pop off in flames. So let's just talk about this. I mean, this has happened in American history a lot of times. But let's just talk about what's happening right now. Okay? We're in total drama. Okay? And, yeah. The SH is about to pop off in flames, okay? Can't you guys feel it? So what this is letting us know in this reading is that everything we're going through right now was in the contract. Things that we did, original sins in the past, part of the contract. Depression. Part of the contract. I think they're talking about the people. the situation that's going on right now and we're depressed about, and just depression, period. You know, we've had a lot of issues in the United States about depression. Oh, also about the Great Depression. Think about that. We had the Great Depression, and I think we had two. 2008 was the depression. We had the Great Depression, where all the banks failed. Well, all the banks failed then, and the banks basically failed this last time in 2008 with the housing crisis. So I think it's that kind of depression, but this also represents the amount of depression we have in the United States. Look and think about all the drugs that are advertised on TV for depression. So, yeah, that's a heck of a card right there. Oh, this is interesting. I hate nothing about you. Huh. I'm not really sure about this one. I'm just gonna just pick a card off the top and just see if we can clarify it. Insecure. All right, I don't get these two right here. I got insecure for the hate nothing about you, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I could keep going and try to clarify, but we got enough here that we got a good story going here and fulfilling a fantasy. So this makes sense now. This whole thing of the U.S. being created is fulfilling a fantasy, okay? And the fantasy is supposed to be democracy, freedom, happiness, all the good stuff in life, okay? That's the fantasy. Not all the crap that we're going through right now, but I guess to get to the fulfilling of a fantasy, you got to go through the shit, okay? So, interesting. So, all this stuff that has happened in America, so many things have been talked about that have happened in America. Was in the contract. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, how long have we been on here? 22 minutes. Okay. So, let me know what you guys think about my soul contract and the U.S.'s soul contract. Interesting, huh? How the cards have come up with things that we're going through, things that have happened, and sometimes things that are going to happen. So, and maybe the cards that I don't make any sense because it happened in my other reading, in my own personal reading, that's stuff that's going to happen in the future. So, maybe in the future, I hate nothing about you and this insecure. Maybe in the future, these would make more sense. So, okay, guys, that's it for this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. Make sure you hit the bell twice. Please leave me a thumbs up. Any comments, questions, or anything you want me to read on, leave it in the description box below. And that's it for this one, you guys. Oh, my nose. Peace, love, and happiness. And I'll talk to you guys in just a minute. I got one more video to do for the day. All right. Bye, guys.